Welcome to the shop. Crashed my Focke Wulf 190 again and snapped that strut, that pin that goes between the strut and the retract. Not a big deal to fix. Get the struts, they're in stock sometimes, or you can make your own if you wanted to. The problem was that the pin, the broken half that was stuck in the retracts, I couldn't get it out. Remove the grub screws that are holding that on there. But there just wasn't enough material for me to pull that out, and it was stuck in there a little bit. So I'm going to show you what I did to get that out. Not a big deal, pretty creative. All you need are a couple tools, and you're on your way. So stay tuned. All these retracts pretty much the same. You're going to have little grub screws kind of holding pins in. All of them have them somewhere in the retract system. This piece here that rides inside and slides, basically pivots up and down for the retracts, has these two here. When the retracts are open, you can't see this one. But bottom line is this, look, these need to be loosened. Sometimes the pin will just slide right out and it's not a big deal. In this particular case, and actually I've already done all the work on it, and now I'm making the video, but this was all the way down inside this aluminum piece. Couldn't pull it out. It was stuck in there. So I'm going to kind of reenact what I did to resolve that. So those were backed out all the way. Now it's just a matter of removing this case. The only way to really get this thing is we got to remove all of this as far as, okay. Let's remove these guys. One thing for a long time, was kind of intimidated about retracts, tearing into them, thinking that. So we need to get into this piece here, and there are a number of screws that have to be removed. And they're different size screws. So you do need to pay attention to those screws. I go through another video where I'm doing the same kind of thing. It is important though that, you kind of put your screws in the proper. So those were the short screws, and these are slightly longer. Sort them in my parts bin. Okay, so when I pull that out, here we go. Simple thing is, this kind of just lips right out. And this is the part that I had to drill a small hole right there. Little lube, a 1/16 drill bit, put this in the vise, drilled through, and was able to punch this out. And there you go. Reassemble as as required, and you're in business. Okay, so now that we have that all back together, and this was in the down position, so we're gonna get this to slide into its home like so. These wires are a bit of a pain sometimes because they don't want to cooperate and stay where they're supposed to. So sometimes you gotta mess with them a little bit, push them in with your fingernail. So everything should be flush like so. Okay, if it's not seated properly, and you're gonna have a problem. What I typically do is I'm gonna put in a couple screws, and I'm gonna test it to make sure everything works accordingly as far as I have all the pieces and parts put in properly. Because if not, well, like I said, you're going to then have to take it back apart, and I'd rather know now if there's an issue versus later. So power up radio. And that goes up as it's supposed to. So we're good there. All right, now next step is put all that back together and all right. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day.